Welcome back to BC Sports Cards. I'm BC, and today I'm going to do a VR for Darren over at Return to Collecting. He just hit 600 subs, and he asked everyone to do a VR for his giveaway. And in that VR, he wants us to shout out 3 channels with less than 200 subs and then show off a couple of cards. So that's what I'm going to do today. And actually, I just hit 200 a couple days ago, so I'm very happy for that. Thanks for everyone who supported me. But I do want to shout out some that are just under 200. So the first one I want to shout out is Ripping for Rushmans, Ripping for Ravens. Alan over there, huge Orioles fan and Ravens fan. Got a nice collection of Orioles cards. Just a super dude. He supports my channel, so I wanted to shout him out. I meant to write down how many subs he had. I think it's 106 or 161, somewhere around there. Under 200 for sure. I forgot to write it down, though. So sorry about that. But, yeah, go check him out. And I'll put all these channels, a link to their channels in my description. So, yeah, go check him out. He's got some nice videos, does some pack rips. Shows off his Orioles collection and Ravens collections, of course. Just a big Baltimore sports fan, so go check him out. The next one is Leslie Smith, or Les. He is at 91 subs. I really like his channel. He is a TTMer, and a very good one at that. He puts out, most of the time, 2 videos every week, sometimes 3. Very diligent about doing TTMs. He's actually a teammate of mine on Team 80s for the Battle of the Decades TTM Challenge. So I've been enjoying his videos, so go check him out. He does, right now he's doing, the 80s cards, but he's also sending out some vintage cards too, and getting nice autographs, football and baseball mainly. So go check out Les over on his channel. The next one is Collecting Maddox. I found him, his channel, Alan over there, and really like his channel. Found it a couple months ago, I guess. And of course, his channel, he does a lot of videos about his Greg Maddux pickups, which obviously I think he's more of a Braves fan, but I like Greg Maddux too because he started out as a Cub. So I can really relate to that. But just a good guy. He does TTMs too, and does really well on that. I think right now he's doing tops, 89 tops. He's trying to get most of those that signed. So go check out Alan over at Collecting Maddox. Just a very nice channel. Like watching his videos. He's at 101 subs as of today. And the last one, I just connected with his channel. Hodges 1455. Just found his channel, and we kind of connected with each other, and like his videos. He does pack rips and whatnot, and he's at 162 subs. So go check out him, and yeah, hit him up, give him a sub, get him up to 200. So that's the 4 channels I wanted to shout out. And the other thing that Darren wanted us to do was to show off 2 cards or so that are the favorites in our collections. And I'm gonna do 4. 2 of them are the same card, just one's a variation. And the reason I'm showing it is there's an interesting story around it. And it's these 2 cards right here. That's the 93 Topps 1993 Derek Jeter card, and this one is the Topps Gold, and this one's just the regular. This is a very iconic card, and the reason that I like these is because I collected a lot as a kid, mostly 80s cards, and so I stopped collecting in 1993. That's the last cards I have from that collection from when I was younger, and so I stopped collecting after that. I went to college and got on with my life, so cards kind of was an afterthought. Started a family, so and like a lot of people, I picked up the card collecting when the pandemic hit. Just like I know a lot of people I've heard say that. And so I started collecting cards back in 2020. And so I thought, well, let me go back through my collection of the older cards, which had been in an attic for I don't know how many years, in shoe boxes basically, and card boxes. And so I went through them to see what I could find, if I could find something that, a nice card. And I don't know how many I had, 10, 20,000 cards, a bunch. Anywhere from 81 to 93, football as well. So I got to the 93 cards, and like I said, I remember buying some wax boxes. And so I got through there, and I found these, and I'm like, those have got to be worth something. And then I found the gold. And obviously, that's one of the most valuable cards you can find in that set, I do believe. And because it's the variation top gold, the top's gold is more rare than just the base. So I know in a PSA 10, this card runs, it probably a year or so ago, it was in the 3,000, low 3,000. Right now, I think a PSA 10 goes from anywhere from 1,800 to 2,500, somewhere in that range. I'd like to get this graded. I'm not sure that it would get a 10, even though, and that's the thing, when I found the card, it was in a shoe box in the attic. Hot, cold, varying temperatures. So, and this card, it's a little off center, but it's clean. The surface is great. The corners are sharp. I just don't think it would get a 10. But I wanted to show that, and obviously this one too, which is not as valuable, but still a nice card. I want to show those two because that's an interesting story of me just finding a diamond in the rough in my attic. So, love those cards. The next one I want to show is my favorite football player of all time, and that would be Mr. Dan Marino. I'm a huge Dolphins fan, have been for most of my life, and so I did collect 84 Topps football back in the day, but I never did get the Marino card, and I'd always wanted it and just never had the means to do it when I was, growing up, grade school and high school. So I just never had the opportunity to get it. So when I started collecting back in 2020, I'm like, this is the card I want to get. And these cards aren't, to find a decent one, and this one is in really good shape. The only thing is it's got a Sharpie mark right here in this, you can't see it. If you saw it in person, you could see it has a black Sharpie mark in that black field, but you can't really tell. I'm sure if I had it graded, it would knock it down quite a bit. But I got it for, I don't know, like 28 or 30 bucks, something like that. So really nice. It's off center, but it's sharp. But I'd always wanted this card since I was a kid, and was able to get that. I've had it for a couple years now, so that will never leave my collection. So that's one of my favorites. And then my all-time favorite card, and a similar story, my favorite all-time baseball player growing up was this guy right here, Reggie Jackson. And so I can remember when I was in grade school, there was a card shop not far from where I lived, and Reggie was my favorite player. I had a lot of his, cards from the 80s, early 80s, and I went to this card shop and I saw this card. I knew it was his rookie card, and the guy wanted $100 for it. Now, you're 10, 12 years old. Who has, back then in the 80s, who has $100 to spend on a card? Obviously I didn't, and I wanted it so bad, and obviously never got it. And then fast forward to 2020 again, started collecting, buying, trading, selling, and was able to find this card. And obviously, looking at it, it's got this huge Sharpie marker up here, which is unsightly, but I don't even care, because otherwise, other than that, yeah, it's got a little corner damage on a couple of them, but there's no creases. The picture is clear. It's in good shape other than the Sharpie. And I wish I could find a way to get that off. If anybody has any suggestions without ruining the card, I'd appreciate it. But that was my white whale. I got this in an auction on eBay. I don't remember. It was like $40 maybe, which is pretty good because these normally run in decent shape 100 to 200 and up. So that was my big card that I wanted, that I've wanted my whole life. So definitely proud to have that, and that's never leaving my collection. So that's the cards I wanted to show. And so Darren, congratulations on 600. As far as the card that I'd like to be put in for the drawing for, I think I want to do the Ken Griffey Jr. card. I do like Ken Griffey Jr. and I've always wanted that card too. So if you don't mind, put me in the drawing for the Ken Griffey and I'd appreciate it. And again, congrats on 600. Well, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button and check out those channels that I mentioned, and I'll put the description down below. Give them a sub, show them some love and support. I appreciate y'all watching, and we'll catch you on the next video. Take care.